Have you ever met someone who barely talks, but somehow knows everything that's going on? They don't interrupt or overshare, but their eyes miss nothing. Psychologists call them silent observers, people who read energy, body language, and emotion faster than most people can form a sentence. Here's the psychology behind people who don't talk much but observe everything. 1. They notice the subtle. People who stay quiet often process the world through observation. Studies in social cognition show they have higher sensory sensitivity. They pick up tone, hesitation, even micro-expressions most people ignore. They watch patterns in behavior, not just words. It's not that they don't want to talk, they just prefer to understand before they respond. 2. Calm doesn't mean weak. In psychology, silence is often a self-regulation strategy. They stay calm during conflict because they think through consequences. Their stillness isn't fear, it's control. People with this trait tend to have a low reactivity nervous system. They don't get emotionally hijacked easily. While others react, they analyze. That's why they seem so composed even when everyone else is losing it. 3. Deep thinkers, low talkers. Quiet people often have what psychologists call reflective processing. They think in layers, not lines. Every word they choose has gone through a mental filter of logic, empathy, and timing. That's why when they finally speak, people listen, because silence gave their thoughts weight for. Observers are empaths. Observation builds emotional intelligence. They don't just hear your words, they feel your energy. Psychologists say these people often score high in effective empathy. They sense shifts in mood or tension instantly, but that emotional radar also drains them. That's why they choose silence, not as a wall, but as protection. 5. Why they stay silent. Many quiet observers learned early that speaking doesn't always mean being understood, so they watch, they learn, they adapt, they find peace in privacy, clarity in solitude, and power in restraint. They don't need to be the loudest to be the wisest. When everyone talks, the ones who listen see the truth. Next time you meet someone who barely talks, remember they're not detached. They're decoding everything. They don't speak to be heard. They speak when it matters. If you love decoding human behavior like this, hit subscribe. Because here we don't just listen to words, we listen to minds.